Yeah, I don't. So to lead my question or lead what I was leading
There's
into.
enough
So
Americans who don't work. I mean, why do we need foreigners that don't work?
and we see all this now with Doge, and they're upset because I can't
Man,
figure out
Doge has
why,
already saved $105 billion. I
and
mean,
they're upset about this.
this is Montgomery, the guy the horse is driving by, or riding
Oh,
by, walking by. I show you if my camera was working, we show you the horse guy that just went by. But I'm guessing that's something to do with the rodeo today.
yeah, yeah. I think he's got a big one down there. Yeah. So it's up to 105 billion now.
Yeah, last I heard is that we have identified $105 billion in savings.
So one the other day that I was reading about that's been confirmed. There's no disputing this. We were spending, oh God, I forgot what the number. I think it's $40 million in Serbia to promote DEI. I mean,
I
in
mean, it's
Serbia.
bad enough that our government imposes stupid ideas and things like transgenderism on us. When we go overseas and try to force it on other countries that don't want it, um, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't have another explanation that is just demonic.
I mean, because how diverse is Serbia? I know there's some people from Islam there, but how diverse is Serbia as far? I mean, there's not a lot of different um, ethnicities walking around. That's all it can be is demonic. I mean, this is all it's all satanic. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, we're attacking the family, and I mean, we're attacking children. We're attacking marriage. I mean, we're attacking the two parent household and promoting weird deviant nonsense for no good reason.
They got a children's book out, and I looked this up to make sure it was true. It showed like two guys there. Of course, it was a woman who was trying to be, but anyway, it said "My Daddy's Belly," and it was a couple that were a woman was acting like a man, but then you had a guy who said he was gay that was in. I don't that liked men, and he got her pregnant. See, I hope I explained that right because I can't even wrap my mind around how just weird that is. And that's a children's book. I mean,
Yeah,
what
I mean,
parent?
I've seen books where, they're showing cartoon drawings of people having oral sex. And this is written about the level of you know, probably I would say a third grader or second grade level. It's like, why do children need to be reading, sexually explicit cartoons? Uh, and then have that kind of book in a public library or a school library here in Alabama. What purpose is there in that other than you're just, spreading some sort of, you know, evil, apocalyptic, nonsense? And, I'm not a big censor books kind of guy, but, it's like, what's the purpose of you writing this book and drawing these pictures?
Um, a couple questions. Here. What time you go to mass?
I, I'm fine today.
Oh, okay, so good. We can talk about let's just about this. Let's go back. Is there anything else nationally you want to talk about, or you want to talk about some state politics?
We probably need to mention, the legislature is going, they're on vacation this week. They are going to return next week. One of the big issues in front of them is, the bill HB 202 to increase, criminal and civil immunity for law enforcement officers. Uh, I don't, I think this is sort of a bill searching for a problem because I don't really see a lot of frivolous lawsuits or officers being persecuted by Alabama district attorneys. But it's part of Governor Ivy's Back to Blue initiative, and that's passed the House now. It's gone to the Senate. Another big issue that's come up is what do we do with the medical marijuana thing? In 2021, Alabama passed a bill legalizing medical marijuana, but we made it the most tightly rigged medical marijuana program in the country. And
Really? That's been 4 years since
everybody
that
who,
passed?
well, now,
That's been 4 years since that passed?
that's been 4 years since that passed.
Wow. Okay,
And
my bad. I
to
didn't mean to
date,
interrupt you.
not one person has got any legal medical marijuana in the state of Alabama.
So
Now,
it's
the
legal in the
Alabama
state of
Court
Alabama.
of, yeah, that's hard to believe, but in 4 years, well, 4 years, we can't get that done. The Alabama Court of Civil Appeals last week lifted the temporary restraining order that the lower court judge had placed on issuing those licenses to the marijuana producers. The problem is there's legislation in there in before the legislature that's in the Ag and Forestry Committee right now that would revoke all of the license awards and have a do-over, and it would be sometime in 2026, if then, that we actually got the industry up and running. I mean, I'm talking to people that's like, hey, yeah, some rich millionaires who decided to stake, a bunch of money on getting a marijuana license as another deal and then got denied by the commission 3 times. Yeah, I feel sorry for them. Yeah, I hate that they may have lost money, but we can't keep holding up cancer patients because, some rich people are unhappy.
Yeah,
So
I mean, there's
I'm kind of
so
thinking we don't need new legislation. We need to just let, the commission allow the people that they've awarded the licenses to just, you know, do the medical marijuana. Um, but again, all this is above my pay grade.
I w- sorry, I wish. I mean, I've been seeing this since when it started with California with the medical in 1996. One day, the United States is going to decriminalize this. Um, I wish we would just hurry up and get to that point, and we could just bypass all this nonsense. It's going to stop with it has to start with the federal government, though. They have to decriminalize it. And I think they've already moved it like reclassed it to one thing. But do you think that's going to come anytime soon?
Um,
I remember Trump
we
mentioned it.
had an era in America where if I felt any pain at all, any kind of pain whatsoever, that oh yeah, you need to have that treated. It's like it's pain. Let's end it. And we legalized a whole bunch of opiates that probably never should have been used outside of a hospital. And people were, popping these things 3 and 4 times a day. And, like 100,000 Americans, got killed last year from drug overdoses as a result. I'm kind of thinking we're rethinking our relationship with pain and treatment for pain. Um, Sometimes pain is there for a reason. Um, and there has been incidents where, some of these psychoactive substances have impaired persons. So I'm not sure we're ever going to get to the point of full recreational. I mean, certainly not in Alabama, ever being legalized.
Um,
Now, I mean, again, there are circumstances where medical marijuana is probably justified, where a child's having weird seizures or a cancer patient, is having tr troubles with the pain and with being able to hold food down. Yeah, I would much rather allow them to do cannabis than uh I kind of think cannabis is sort of becoming obsolete as, new pharmaceuticals come on the scene that do a lot of what it does. But I do think the legislatures maybe get ahead of themselves. They've got a bill to ban, uh, like psychoactive substances like Delta 8, or hemp derived beverages. There's a bill to do that. Uh, those are both, I think introduced to the Senate. Or see if they come out of committee.
yeah, I hear that those people who own these stores, they're putting some money in there to their lobbyists to try to block that
Yeah,
because
because their industry, I mean, there's legislation that pretty much would end their industry. They
I mean,
just go
I
back
like
to being like a CBD store.
yeah, because I don't know if you've ever been in one of them. I mean, but it's just like you would not believe the stuff that they've got in there. And the
Yeah, they
person
they
that
probably have stuff in there that's illegal to be in there if you actually tested it. But
the person that one person's told me they